Well. Good morning and welcome to the Dennis Herrera show. As you come in here, um, I have a good one for you guys today. It is Saturday, my day off. And of course, what do we do on our day off? We sit here and we tell the truth. Let me let me get logged in here so I can do a sound test. There we go. That sounds good. All right, if you guys are coming in here, please go ahead and check in, and we can get this party started. I know everybody's favorite subject is always illegal immigration and how immigrants make this world go round. Very interesting. Very interesting. Many of you that come in here. Oh, Wes Skiles, welcome, brother. Good morning. God bless you, and God bless the USA, my friend. How you doing today? You are the first one here today, Wes. I wasn't gonna do a live today. I'm just like, you know what? I need to take a break. I need to rest. I've been up, man, since 3:30 in the morning. Um, I've been watching all these videos and news updates and stuff, and going through some of my videos, some of my lives. Some people leave comments, and it's astonishing how some people are hateful, and other people are just so naive, man. They just I don't know what can we do to help some people. It's very tough, and you know, listening to Barack Obama, to AOC, to Bernie Sanders, to Trump, and to all these people that are going through their own little political agenda. Um, there's a lot of bad stuff happening that people don't want to pay attention to, man. Yeah, I agree with you, Wes. I'm waiting to see how peaceful it is. I was actually thinking about going down to Seattle to see if I can record some of it, but you know what? I don't have the patience to go out there and just have people just keep yelling on my face because some of these people get very very close to your face. So kudos to those who can go out there and handle that sort of confrontational environment. I'm just trying to be nice to people. That's all. Salud, my friend. Salud. It is Saturday. No Kings protest. That's right, guys. We support the No Kings protest. We say no to fascists, to Nazis, and bigots. I mean, we agree with all that stuff. We just don't know why they call us that. Oh my goodness. Well, I am glad that I actually make some time to sit here and do this live. Um, I want to share some things on my X account that I've been searching through and listening to. One of the things that people don't want to listen for some reason, not the patriots, not you guys that come in here and are part of the patriots that love the United States of America, but a lot of those people that think that open illegal immigration is a great thing, and it's not. It's never a good thing, especially when you have a mass migration. It's never okay. Uh, Rece- uh, Researching on Twitter is not a thing. He says, run it. I agree. You know what? I really agree as well. That people that are trying to tell me as a migrant that I don't know what migrants do to come to this country are morons. That's also what I agree on. And no, that is not research. You're right. But uh, it is a fact that we have to watch everything. You can't just, listen to one thing. You got to listen to a lot of things. And then you got to make a rational decision about what's going on. What do you see happening in your country? You stand for that or you not? When I see people, Americans out there using signs, no, well, I'm going to tell you exactly what I see. Is that your main place you get news? How about you watch the news and you watch the video on the and the people on the street holding signs saying that immigrants make this country better? They don't. Americans do. Immigrants get the chance to have the privilege of being in this country. And if they want to be Americans, then they will make a difference. But they got to come here the right way. They got to respect the law. You don't get to walk in here without permission. This is not your land. There was a lot of wars, a lot of battles, a lot of spilled blood that paid the price for this nation to be what it is. And that is life, that is history. That's how we move on. Okay. So a lot of people like to bring out the past foolishly. We know what our natives were doing back then before they were colonized. They were scalping each other, they were killing each other, they were trying to conquer the neighbor's land. Well, guess what? Somebody else came and conquered all of them. At least they have some reservations where they can practice some of their old culture. And even then, they still don't grow. All they can do is build casinos. With that being said, good morning, everybody, and welcome to my Dennis Herrera show. You are more than welcome to say what you want. Just don't be racist and don't be hateful to any religion. Now, you can say whatever you want about religions, but don't be trying to hate and divide people. There's one thing to say that I don't believe some of the things that Muslims do. I don't believe some of the things Christians do. And another one is just to tell you that you are a horrible person that has no chance of being safe. Okay. That is the difference between me and many people. Savannah, good. Sahaba, good morning, Sahaba. Area 51 says, you don't seem to understand the concept of asylum. I don't think you understand what asylum is. Asylum is something that you seek when there is a tragedy, some type of catastrophe in your country. Maybe you're running through away from death threats or violence. But guess what? You do that to the first country next to your country. You don't go across the whole world to come to the United States of America illegally. That's not how it works. And you do that through a point of entry. Let's not forget that. Another thing, let's remember asylum is not a permanent residency or citizenship privilege that you get. You get help temporary, on a temporary basis, and then you get to go back to your country. Go ahead and talk to an immigrant right here that knows how that works. You're not going to talk to anybody foolish on the Democratic side. We're actually migrants that became American citizens to love and protect and make this country great. That I agree. But migrants just coming in here don't make this country great. Migrants that become citizens and follow the law the right way, they make this country great. But this is why we support legal immigration. People need to be vetted. Thanks to you morons out there that allow open borders, we have drugs pouring all over our country. Just here in Seattle, they have been finding tons of drugs with fentanyl, cartel stations here in Seattle, Washington. And yet, the governor, Bob Ferguson, the piece of junk that we have in office right now, plays it like this is the holiest city in the whole United States of America. And yet, the people on the left side, they keep biting into it. They keep all the black people poor. How do they do that? Good morning, Alex. They keep giving them food stamps. They give them housing. They don't want them to work. They don't want them to be self-sustained. They don't want them to be independent. They want you to be dependent on the government so that they can control you. Wake up, man. For Pete's sakes, use your common sense. Stop letting people tell you what to do. Misinformed. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead and tell me how misinformed I am. When you live that life, you are not misinformed, sir. It is experience. I tell you what I live and what I see, not what somebody tells me. Unlike you, are probably just watching CNN and all this leftist legacy media that have been lying to us for decades. We're nobody's fool. We can think for ourselves. Thank you very much. Experience bootlegger dystopian. You know what, bro? With that little profile that you have on there, it tells me everything about you. You're an ignorant fool. But good morning to the rest of you guys that actually have common sense and actually stand for this country. Let me see what else we got. Several documents says true, all true. Eat that. Let me see. Anthony says exactly. The level of ignorance is crazy. I don't think that's, sir. That might be one of those monstrosities. Yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. He's not white, says Runitz. Hey, Runitz, welcome back, bro. Anthony says, okay, and leave black people out of this, says Roger Techi. We aren't messing with none of y'all. See, see my semi-crat, bro. You lost me. You got to retype that, brother. You got to retype that. If you don't agree with me and you want a black person talking to you, go visit my homeboy, Sell Your Light podcast. He'll tell you the truth, and he is black. So go watch him. As a matter of fact, here, let me give you the name so you guys can look him up. I don't know if you can handle him. I don't know if you can handle it, but if you think you're manly enough and you think you got enough facts on the black community, go say hello to his channel right there. Go on and give my man, go on and give my man a visit and see if you can handle the way he talks to you, my black brother. I speak for my Latino community. They don't want to listen. They're hard-headed sometimes, but we got to tell the truth and we got to call it like it is. Okay? So this is me working overtime on the weekend. So don't hate. But give me something that you can really change my mind, so to speak. I want you to tell me the truth on something. I want to be wrong on what I'm saying. I want you to tell me that I'm wrong, but show me how. And then if you cannot convince me that I am wrong, well, I know that I'm right then. So don't come in here with insults. Don't come in here with stupid stuff. Come in here with a fact. Give me a fact. Go ahead. Give me one fact right now that you agree with Democrats, and let's talk about it. Now, I used to support Democrats, so I want to hear this, baby. Let's see where we're at. All right, while you guys make up your mind, I am going to share something. I am not going to share the audio because it's horrible, but there is some subtitles on it. You may have seen this if you have an X account. I'm going to share with you guys just the video. There is closed captions, so you guys can actually read. Here we go. This girl shared this on X, and I want you to listen before I read the comments. Okay, don't ask a question right now. Before I read these comments, Runa says Twitter again. No, it's not Twitter. It is actually a video from TikTok that was shared on X. But I want you to listen to this because I've been telling you morons out there that these people come to this country and you think migrants are great for this country. Let me tell you something that is completely the opposite of the truth. Migrants that become an American citizen to make this country great are awesome. But migrants that come to this country to become American citizens, to be in Congress, to destroy our country from within, that is not great. Watch this. You remember her? Rashida Tlaib? She's the one that said as soon as President Donald Trump became president, she said we're going to impeach the mofo. You remember that? I remember that. And remember what flag she was raising? Not the American flag. Yeah, the Palestinian flag. And you see what she's wearing right there? Yeah, that's right. That's not an American citizen right there. I'm telling you that right now. We ain't going nowhere. Now it's time to escalate. We must always continue to agitate. But we have and we will continue to globalize the Antifada. You know what Antifada is? It's the holy war. Hamas, supporting Hamas, the BDS movements. Now we're in Congress and we're every corner of the United States of America. I don't think I have to share any more of that with you because that, my friends, if you don't think that's scary, there is something wrong with you. This is what Barack Obama said. You remember this? They bring a knife, we bring a gun. Barack Obama. I want to I want you to argue with them and get in their face. This is what you guys do. Barack Obama. I don't want to quell anger. I think people are right to be angry. I'm angry. Barack Obama. This is you guys. Hit back twice as hard. Barack Obama. We talk to these folks, so I know whose ass to kick, says Barack Obama. Republican victory would mean hand to hand combat, says Barack Obama. Punish your enemies, says Barack Obama. I'm itching for a fight, says Barack Obama. Now, you go ahead and tell me that we're liars and we're hateful. Well, no country can survive being ruled by people who hate it. Tell me how many of these people in here have said they hate this country. They hate Christians. Morning, Brenda. Ilhan Omar. I shared a video to you guys when she is praising the president of Somalia, saying, "This is my president and I am his girl." He calls me his girl. Welcome to Minneapolis, Somalians. This is our country. Right. She says, the president of Somalia is my president. Now she supports abortion. My body, my choice, she says to all American idiots. My body, my choice, she says. In the meantime, she will never do an abortion while she's a Muslim. They want you to destroy America. They don't want you. I'm sorry. They don't want you to be prosperous. And I'm going to share a video of an actual Muslim that used to be one of these bad Muslims, and you will see the difference. So, with that being said, I want to say welcome to all of my patriots that come in and support. My love goes to you and your families. God bless you and your families. May God protect every single one of you guys out there. And may God give me some patience today because I feel there's some darkness up in the air. Let me see. Um, so I share with you the people that hate our country do not want any prosperity for you. They don't want you to be free. They don't want you to be American and be proud of it. And if there's one thing that I am very proud of is that I was born in Honduras and I became an American citizen, following every single step of the law legally, and became an American citizen only for one purpose and for one reason only. I believe the United States of America is the greatest country on earth. And I am happy that I am on this country. Now, I made my mistakes. I paid the consequences, but I think that Americans are very special and they should be respected. Now, when I say American, don't be getting racist on me. I don't mean white people. I mean everybody that is actually Americans in this country. They deserve respect. Now, if you don't believe that, if you don't believe in respecting the law, then get the hell out of our country. The reason for migrants to come here is to seek a better future for their lives. And the reason why they come to this country is because they realize and they know that this is the greatest country to do that. That the country is not great because the land is awesome. It's because of the people in it. And if the people in it stop defending it from illegal, criminal, violent people that are not vetted, that we don't know where they come from, what they've done, what jail they've been from, what crazy institution they come from. If we don't vet people before they come in here, they will destroy our country. And I'm going to say, Rashid Tlaib says, we are now in Congress. Listen to this. You are stupid if you don't listen. We are now in Congress and everywhere in the United States. While she's holding a Palestinian flag and she's got her little scarf. And then you guys all fall for it and go free Palestine. No, it's not free Palestine. It's condemn Hamas. That's a big difference. Now, I want you to listen to this patriot that loves the United States of America. I mean, She loves Somalia, not the United States of America. She doesn't work for you. She works for Somalian people. This is what she said with her own mouth. But listen how she loves the United States of America and how MSN 13 really just caters to her. I will share the audio for this one so you can hear her snake viper tongue.
There's, a president that is always unhinged, always strange, always creating chaos and division. And he seems to have a real obsession with anyone that is an immigrant in this country that is not of European descent. You don't hear him talking about the accent of his wife and the fact that she came here as an immigrant or any of those things, or the fact that she gets to have an attorney,
Legally,
even though nobody elected her into office. But he has an objection to a person who does serve over 700,000 constituents in Congress, who's literally elected, has the same certificate as he does.
number one, Melania came to this country legally. Now, President Trump doesn't give a shit about accents. She came to this country legally, became a citizen the right way. This is Somalia's finest. Not this girl right now, but Ilhan Omar has always pledged her allegiance, her loyalty, her love, her dedication to Somalia, not to the United States of America. And how do they get in office? How do they get in Congress? They play the victim. And then they make people feel sorry for them. And then people want to be like them because it's better to get attention being a victim than to actually stand for truth and be righteous in their life. I'm telling you, today is a good one. Dude, I am very convicted today. And I'm going to speak against it with everything that I have because United States of America has gone through a lot of suffering, a lot of birth pains. And I am not going to stand here, even as a migrant that has become an American citizen. I will not stand here and allow these false hypocrite American citizens who belong to a different country and that do not love our nation.
Yes. But I think for me is I feel embarrassed for him because in these attacks, what he does, and I think with the likes of Nancy Mace and whoever that Randy guy is, they expose themselves for how stupid they are. And that is embarrassing for us as a country because these are people who are elected to positions of leadership. He's supposed to be the president of the United States, who's heading off to Europe to represent us. When he does, he's uneducated enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. When you have Nancy and Randy saying, we're on it, we're going to impeach her.
That's right, Rose.
When they're saying they're going.
Rose is 100% right. And I want to hear how many of you libtards or Democrats or Antifa or pay protester or whatever the hell you represent, except your country. I want you to tell me that you don't know that she married her brother, committed fraud to be in this country, and now she's in Congress. Go ahead and tell me that you knew that. Oh, please tell me that you didn't know that. For real. Tell me that you didn't know that. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that name calling is okay. You can allow name calling. Is fine. Just don't be racist. Tori, you are a fascist if you think that I'm a fascist. But go ahead and tell me that you knew, or please deny it right now, that you didn't know that she married her brother to get legal status in this country. Go ahead. Anybody. Define patriot. Everybody thinks patriot is different. Patriot, you know what patriot is? In Spanish, patriot, patria, patrio, part of the patriotic word. It means nation. Patriotic means that you fight for your nation. That's what my translation is from Latin. Now, because you are not Hispanic or Latin, you don't understand what the hell that is. But you don't know what patriot is yourself. You guys don't even have respect for the flag. You guys don't have any respect or honor for this country. You align with the enemies that plan to destroy this country, and you think you're righteous. I see white people, Americans, wearing a jihad on, thinking that they are righteous now because they believe in a Muslim, some sort of religion. They think they are better people than anybody else because now they got a religion to follow. How stupid is that? How many Democrats have told me, "Oh, we got to separate religion from the government," and then they go and mention all these religious things that we are supposed to follow, but not them. Rules for thee, not for me, right? That's what they say, right? They say, "Oh, no guns, no guns." Now they want guns. No violence, and yet they're violent. Stop bringing hate, and then yet they are hateful. And I got proof. Just go ahead and take a look at the history on this live chat right here, and you can see that I'm not lying. Everything that I tell you, I believe and I know to be the truth. Let's listen to this lying snake that we have allowed in this country.
To deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen, what that displays for not just.
She says we cannot deport her because she's an American citizen. Let me clarify something for you. It doesn't matter if you have acquired a green card as a migrant. I'm telling you right now, I studied all this stuff because I wanted to get all these things, and I got them the right way. If you if you get a visa, let's just start from the visa. If you get a tourist visa just to come and visit, if you get a green card, if you get a citizenship in this country, and you've been a citizen for 100 years, and at the last day of your life, they found out that you committed fraud or lied in your application, all of that gets wiped away and you get deported, even if it's in a coffin. Obviously, I'm being sarcastic. But that's what that means. You don't get to become an American citizen so that you can destroy this country. That's not how it works. There's still rules and laws you got to find.
Americans, but folks on an international platform.
She can't even stop laughing. She don't believe what she says. I'll tell you that right now.
Something that we should be comfortable with as Americans, and that's not something that should make us proud. And so, in this moment, I feel great sadness as an American that these are the kind of.
As an American, she feels great sadness. What a hypocrite. This coming from the same woman that was swearing her fealty to the president of Somalia. Let me see if I can find this for you so you can enjoy. Oh, yes, here we are. I still have you. Uh-huh. I'm going to let you hear her beautiful accent because I do like the way they talk, but I want you. I don't know if you can read the words. Let me see. Maybe I can make it smaller. Let me see if I can make it smaller. I'm trying to make it so that it's big enough for you guys. I don't know if you can see it, but let me. Oh my goodness! I hope it's big enough. Let me see. Maybe I can do it this way. Okay, yeah. All right. Let me see if you guys can see this. I hope that you can. I hope that you can. Okay, good. I think you can read that, right? Everybody okay with that one? There we go. All right, here you go. Watch this. Now, she just talked about being an American citizen and how sad she was that as an American citizen, she can be deported. I want you to read. If you speak English and you know how to read English, I want you to read that.
caawa aan fursad u helay madaxweynaheena madaxweynaha Soomaaliya
Our president.
madaxweyne Xasan Sheikh Maxamuud inaan maanta ku soo dhaweyno Minneapolis aniga iyo madaxweynaha special relationship aan qabnaa
Special.
aniga adeeraan ugu wacaa asigana gabarteeyo idhahaa
That's so cute.
madaxweyne sidii qof kasta uu yiri mininkaaga waaye ku soo dhawow Minneapolis.
She ain't talking about you, Americans.
aad iyo aad aan ugu faraxsanahay in maanta madaxweynaheena aad tahay.
Read.
Soomaaliya dadka meeshaan wada joogo dhan waa gurigooda annaga ma dareensannihin in ay naga tahay meel naga fog. soomaaliya wadnaheennay ku nooshahay qalbigeennay ku jirtaa maalin kasta aan ka fikirnaa soomaaliya.
Okay. Now, I want you to hear the difference from an actual migrant that became an American citizen. I love Honduras, my country of birth. I love Honduras. But I'm an American citizen. And as a migrant that decided to become an American citizen, my home, my heart belongs to the United States of America and its people. Watch the difference between a migrant that becomes an American citizen to make this nation great. And listen to this hypocrite imposter that comes over here and says that Hassan, the president of Somalia, that's her president, not the president of the United States of America. Her people, the Somalian people, that is the citizens that she serves. You heard it from her own mouth, or read it in this case. That is a difference between a migrant that becomes a citizen and wants to destroy America. You heard Rashid Tlaib. We are now in Congress, baby, and we are all over the United States of America. So I say to you, Americans, what are you going to do about that threat? What are you going to do about that? Hey, Damperson, if you want to debate me, you better drop 100 super chat on there if you want that privilege. I am all for legal migration. I am against illegal immigration, specifically and most extensively against mass illegal immigration. Because if you don't know what that is actually an invasion. No immigrant, I'm going to tell you right now, no immigrant can change my mind or beat me on a debate when it comes to migration. You can't go fight migration with a freaking migrant that read the rules, understood the rules, respected the rules, and follow every single step of the way to become an American citizen. You cannot compare me to any illegal immigrant. I don't care what the need in that country is. Poverty is not a reason for asylum. Somebody tell her, hey, it's not about the accent, you fool. That makes you prejudice. Don't be a fool. Everybody has an accent. Unless you're British and you speak real English, shut the hell up. And if you're Hispanic and you are not from Spain, shut the hell up because you don't speak Spanish. You speak Castilian. Go on and try me. Go on and try me. That's right, Sheba King. And don't you forget it. This coconut likes to feel alive and free. And I will fight for the freedom of this country. BV, you're a beta. That's what we're going to call you. And that's what you are. That's what all you're going to be ever for the rest of your life because you're a blind, deaf, mute fool. America said the land of the free. That is correct, Evelyn. And it belongs to the United States of America, Americans, not to Mexicans. We're not talking about the continent. We're talking about the country, the nation. We're not talking about continent. Brian, good morning, my man. Let's go. Man, this guy's, bro, you know, oh, man, these people, bro, they want to challenge just because they think I'm Republican. They don't understand that this is not a slogan from Trump. This is a statement from an American patriot, and we believe in it. Now, when you don't confuse upset with passion, my friend. Don't confuse upset with passion. But I guess I could, and I would have the right to be upset if I was upset. But I'm actually really enjoying myself. You know why? Because it feels good to tell the truth. See, when you're true to what you're saying, you are just free. This is why they say the truth shall set you free. You keep lying to yourself, you will always be a blind fool, and you will not know what you have until it's gone, just as the song says. I identify as a Honduran American because I was born in a different nation called Honduras. And I became an American citizen of a nation called USA. And don't you hate me because I got the best of both worlds. I love Honduras, but my patriotism belongs, as the word says, patrio, to the land of where I live and where my children are living in. That's where my patrio belongs to. If you guys don't know what that is, you need to learn some Spanish, maybe do dig in some research on Latin language, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Even though a lot of Hispanics here that are libtards, they don't understand what that is either. Maybe they lack education. Let's see. Hell yeah. American representation is huge. Let's go. America's number one, period. Brenda de Herrera says, I am a human American. Let's go, Brenda. Brenda is my cousin, only because of the last name, but we're not related at all. But she is an American patriot, and I appreciate that. Much love to you and your family. I'm a libtard, and I love pupusas. Well, you know what, Rusty? Since you love pupusas, you're probably not that much of a tard. But let's see. He's telling Americans we need to learn Spanish. Yes, I know President Trump might not like me for saying that, but I think the ignorance in our country, uh, they need to learn a little bit of Spanish sometimes. Only when they're ignorant about loving their country. Here is another beautiful example of a libtard, and I love how they just really, a lot of people, they think that if they pretend to believe in some sort of god or divinity, and they wear some Halloween costumes, they think that somehow that makes them a little bit more righteous. I think you're going to enjoy this one real quick. Let me give you something. Let me give you something really quick. Let me know what you think about this great American person right here. This is how you libtards act, and you don't understand reality.
Normally, I don't do this, but somebody posted on one of my TikTok videos about I shouldn't be wearing this hijab with this accent. Well, let me tell you something. I am Irish and I am from the South, and I will wear this hijab because I wear it for Allah, not for no man, not for anybody else. I wear it for Allah. And if you have a problem with that,
Allah.
I don't know what to tell you. This is a peaceful religion. You need to do a little Google search instead of believing everything that you hear on the news, okay? It doesn't matter where you're from.
Google
You
search
can
it.
be Muslim. It does not matter where you're from. You can be Muslim. It doesn't have anything to do with where somebody's from. So you need to do a little more educational background before you go posting stupid stuff. Because you're wearing a baseball hat, does that mean you're bald underneath that hat? If you are, that's your
Bald.
business. Just like this is my business, okay? Don't come on people's accounts saying stupid stuff like that. You should take that off with that accent. You should mind your business.
Yeah, don't make fun of accents. Mind your business. That's all I got to share from videos. But you guys, you see how stupid you guys sound? Did you see how stupid you sound? Stop making fun of accents. And for you that speak Spanglish, good for you. Good for you. Let's see. You're wearing an Israeli flag. Well, if you really want to see it, here, you can see it better. I know some of you guys that pretend to be patriots hate this flag right here because it stands for Israel united with the United States of America. I know Chuck Schumer, he's not really a Jew, and he will get judged for betraying his people. But that's God's. That's not my job. That's God's. It's not your job. It's God's, and he will pay for his sins. I don't think he'll be able to repent. That's just the way it is. When somebody believes that they're right, they will never repent, and so he's gonna go to God and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about my people." Well, God's gonna say, "I forgot about you as well." Let's see what else we got. Let me give you guys some chance to say something here. Lil Bit says, "I love accents, especially southern ones." Uh, I agree. I like some of those accents as well. And she hates no one. Good for you. You don't speak proper English, says Melly. Enough for you to actually say something back. Yeah, nothing exactly. The hate is great, my friend, and this is why I know I'm telling the truth. I had another video actually. Doggone it! What did I do with it? I did have another video. Man, I just remember. Shoot. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Let me see. Let me see if I can find. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to play at least the audio so that you guys can actually hear it. Let me see if I can find it. What's it on YouTube? Ugh, that's horrible. I wish I would have saved it. Doggone it. Breaking news: massive Minnesota voter fraud confirms that Trump was right. Oh my gosh. What? What's going on here? Look at that. Hey, why don't we listen to it and see what they're saying? Let's see what they're saying here.
Well, we're going to break down exactly who funded this voter fraud scheme and talk about what this could mean for Minnesota's Senate race going forward. Let's get into it.
We begin with new allegations in a Minnesota voter fraud case that first came to light this summer. 2 people pleaded guilty in federal court to being paid to help register voters. In all, 500 to 600 fraudulent voter registration applications were submitted to election officials in offices in 13 Minnesota counties. Esme Murphy has been following this case, and she joins us now. Esme?
Hi there, Frank. It was some sharp election workers in Carver County who realized the names and addresses on the voter registration forms did not match with any county residents.
What?
Prosecutors charged 2 people with 1 count each of voter registration fraud. According to the charging documents, the 2 were paid by an unnamed foundation to help register voters. The 2 defendants pled guilty this summer and have since moved out of state. The scope of the 2-year FBI and state investigation was not previously known.
It's very significant that they said today it was 13 counties, between 500 and 600 fake voter registrations. And that's just from 2 of the independent contractors that worked with this group.
The investigation involves scouring hundreds of records.
On guidance from the FBI, the voter registration applications were mailed directly to the election lead, and instructions were shared to use gloves when handling the forms.
In testimony before the committee, Minnesota Secretary of State Steve Simon says the system designed to catch voter fraud worked.
This is a case about individuals who conspired to submit false voter registration applications. This is not a case about fraudulent votes. And this is ultimately a case of the system working.
How many were in the system is challenged.
Republican Committee Chair Kristen Robbins, who is running for governor, says she has additional concerns that the unnamed foundation that paid the 2 workers is funded by state taxpayer dollars.
99% of their budget comes from state grants. So this is a group that the state is funding and that then went out and did these voter registrations.
Now, the hearing left a lot of people, including us, with a lot of questions that were not answered. One of the big ones, the 12 other counties where the fraud was discovered are not being named.
Well, here's a massive scandal coming out of the state.
The state of Minnesota. Woo. What is going on? Let me tell you what's going on. All you fools that support illegal immigration are responsible for this sort of things that happen in our country. That's right. I said it. Our country. And I will always say this. And this is something that Jesus Christ taught me on the cross. The apostles came to Jesus and said, Jesus, we have your family. He brought his mom, Mary, and his brother. And they said, oh, here's your family. And Jesus says, my family is those who follow the will of God. That's who my family is. Here, all of these people are my family. And I think the same way about Americans. Anyone that is going to be my American family follows and respects the laws of this country, honors this nation, and fights to protect it. Anybody else that fights against this country, does not honor or respect it, is not my family. Clear? Okay. So if you do not do those things, yeah, you're right. We're not family. And you are not American to me. Good morning, Cool Cat Renee. Always good to see you, my friend. ¿Cómo está? Buen día. Espero que todo esté bien hoy con usted y con su familia. Que Dios me lo bendiga. That's right. Some of you guys need to learn some Spanish. Let's go. Junior Basket está correct American migrant, he says. Jonathan, the laws of this country in the will of God are not the same thing. Are you seriously, Jonathan? Maybe you got to read some history. Did you know that the We the People, the Constitution was actually written under God? Your coin says under God. Your dollar that you spend says under God. That's right. Despite of what you think, it doesn't matter what you think. The truth is the truth, and the facts are the facts, my friend. Let's see. So you do not follow Christ. Let me see. What gave you that impression that I don't follow Christ? Jesus said, "What is the benefit if you fight against your own kingdom? What is the benefit if I speak love and truth, unity, respect for law, which Jesus also preached? How am I a hypocrite? And what is the benefit of me lying against it? But if I speak the truth, the benefit it's itself, the truth." Some of you guys don't even understand what the hell that means. But I'll let you guys think about it and try to translate it. But I'm going to tell you what, seriously, on a serious note, you guys, Americans, you really need to wake up. I agree with the No Kings March. I like this No Kings protest because President Trump and the rest of us Americans believe the same thing. The problem is that these people that are protesting this No King thing and having signs with words like fascists, bigots, and all this other stuff, they are really just labeling themselves. This is who they are. And they're just deflecting on us who they are themselves. All the hate that they say we have is what they have. All the love that they say that they have is what we have. I don't understand why they hate this so much. Why is that evil taking such hold of people? Good morning, Heath. It's a waste of time. We know that we don't have kings in this country. That is the reason, my friend. Daniel Berta, you are, my friend, what you speak. Let's see. Interactive, don't worry. The young Republicans already show who you all are. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Are you talking about those texting, those racist little texts and stuff? You know what? Whatever. They can say whatever they want. They got their freedom of speech and expression. They can say whatever they want. Just like you guys are coming in here telling me dumb stuff. What about January 6th? Fragmentized. We know it was a setup, bro. We know it was a setup. Oh, man. I hope the truth comes out before Nancy Pelosi leaves this earth. I want to see her butt in jail. I really do. She needs to pay for that. And all the people that helped her get away with it. I really believe that. Let's see. Brian, good morning, brother. And good morning to my man in the house. Paul says the statement under God. Yes, sir. Keep it up, Mr. Her. Dennis says Brian Gunter. Thank you, Brian. We got a couple of Brians in the house. God bless you guys. You are actually the one who's drinking the Kool-Aid, says Fragmentized. Now, I understand that you might think that, but we have seen other different videos that they're not longer on YouTube for some reason. Very interesting. I do believe, though, that there is over 5,000 hours of footage from that day. Here's something that I think about, and maybe I'm wrong. It could be just a thing that I'm just making up. But we believe in this setup. We had FBI agents. Keith says Eddie Moore can tell that January 6th was just a setup. Yes, sir. Yes, there were some people that got caught up in the moment. I agree 100%. Yep. But what about the Democrats and Antifa? Oh, they were there as well, my friend. And as a matter of fact, something happened very recently. Some Democrats sign her in. Swear her in. They come in into a building, secured. They overran the officer that was guarding the office of Mike Johnson. What did that remind you of? This entitled people coming into this governmental house, and they go in there with signs and just push everybody to the side, and they just come right through. I think that was an insurrection. It reminded me of January 6th. Now, in January 6th, what I find very interesting is I saw some videos back in January 6th while it was happening. Somebody put some videos and recording these FBI agents on regular clothing, meaning civilian clothing, not uniform. But then they found some things like a badge and some guns and some hidden stuff under them. And then this one thing that I just found out not too long ago, this year in 2025. And what is that? Well, the director of the FBI sent about 270 something FBI agents to this January 6th rally to control the violence. But here's the catch, guys. They were all sent in regular clothing. Now, you can call me stupid. You can call me a chaos theorist and a chaotician, whatever name you want to use. But I am nobody's bitch. And I can tell you right now, if I was going to try to hide something, I would not be wearing my uniform. And if I was the director of that guy trying to do something, I will not send 274 people in uniforms as well, because how am I going to get my undercover FBI agents out of that crowd? It makes total sense. It is the only way that these agents can get away from the crowd. By what? By sending a lot more of them and then pretending that they just got there and that there was nobody else in there. And that's something. Isn't that something? That's amazing, isn't it? Now, how stupid do you think we are? When I see videos that, which by the way, are not on YouTube anymore, police officers waving people in, hey, come on in, bro. Even high-fiving some of the people walking in with flags. And all of a sudden, certain amount of people, and I agree with Heath. Some people got caught up in the moment because that's how it is. We as humans, we tend to have this herd mentality. You know, if somebody goes this way and yells something, everybody follows. Everybody panics. But you know what? That's why we're here. Some of us that use common sense, we think about the situation. We try to see what's going on around and behind the scenes. What's happening? What is the distraction? What's going on? Now, Nancy Pelosi, she's in trouble. She just told a press reporter to shut up, oppressing her freedom of speech and of the press. She says, shut up. Oh, I love it. She got the clip. She got her. She got her. Now she says, stop telling Republican points. Stop asking stupid questions. Here's something stupid that you guys may remember. Do you remember the January 6th committee? Who was in that committee? And was it made legally? How much money was spent on this January 6th committee? Oh, guys, it's not for you, patrons. This is for the libtards that are on this channel hating on me right now. This is for all these very smart people that believe everything the Democrats say. I listen to so much Democratic people, man. These bloggers, these YouTubers, you know, they have no brains, and yet they're out there telling the world that Democrats are the righteous party. Well, there's a couple of Democrats, and I always say this: do not, if you're a Democrat in office, do not leave the party. Just stand up and fight. You can be a Democrat all you want, but you got to fight for this country, man. You cannot be following Chuck Schumer's stupid rhetoric. It's just you got to be smart, man. I don't. You know what did Senator Kennedy said? What did he say? He said, We are born to learn how to be smart, I think is what he said, or wise, until you get into Congress, and then you just lose all that. And he said it better, obviously, and that's just what I remember from it. But that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like what happened to these people. You remember Nancy Pelosi, the Schumer, all these people in the 90s. They were saying exactly what President Trump is saying to us today, and this is what we believe. And this is why the people supported the Democratic Party. But they're no longer for the United States of America. There's some black lady commented on one of my videos and says, what did she say? Let me see if I can find it so I can share it with you guys. This lady commented on one of my videos and she says, let me see, I'm gonna find it for you. I'm gonna find it. Why do I gotta sign in here? This is probably gonna log me out. No, I'm gonna find it on this one. Give sec. Let me get this first and I'll find it for you. Let me see. Hey, I'm gonna share this comment with you so you can see how lovely people are on my videos. This person is not a day P commented. It says it's actually funny. Now this is because I share my story about my kids and child support and things that happened to me in my life. He says it's actually funny. I won't be complaining like you because I know how to pull out. Doing it successfully for over 20 years. Too bad you didn't learn. I'll be going now. I'm going to go to sleep in peace, blah, blah, blah. And then here is this lady, and she says, let me see the whole comment first so I don't miss anything for you. She says, when you get ready to really do some research about the truth about Obama, you will find that he protected your people and he gave your people due process, unlike Donald Trump before putting them out of this country. But you stand with this tyrant who doesn't even give your people due process. By the way, she spelled due with the D-O. To get brownie points, and he doesn't even know who you are. And if he did, he would laugh in private for you taking up for him. Now, this is a black woman that thinks that she knows my people and what happens to my people better than I do. But I remember that Barack Obama allowed over 600,000 Muslims to come into this country and gave them papers. I don't know how that happened because when he went to Congress, they said no to him. But somehow, these Muslim people that came here to these countries like Minneapolis, if you know what I'm saying, Minnesota, Dearborn, you know what I'm saying? And then he went on and deported over 3 million Hispanic Latinos, which he ran the campaign promising us that they were going to do our immigration reform. And what did he do? Deport 3 million illegal immigrants without due process. That is some bullcrap that they got due process. And let's not forget, he's the one that put those children in cages. And when Trump took over, they said, oh, look at him. Remember AOC with the fake cry? Oh, my God, the babies. Now, shut up. That was Barack Obama that did that. He's the one that had him in those cages. And we know because we watch the news. We watch the news. I don't know what these people that are in here hating on me right now, where have you been? Did you just heard something and thought, oh my God, that's horrible. I'm going to go against that. Yeah, let's go. Let's hate this man. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic, man, of some of these leftist people. They come in here. Her name is at Fat Fit and something in between. I told her, let me see. I think I replied to her. Let me see if I replied to her. Let me see. Let's see. Barack Obama deported over 3 million of my people, not yours. And there was no due process for most of them. Don't talk about my people if you have an agenda for the Democrats. Oh, that was my loving reply to her. But let me see. But there's another one. Let me see. She says, boy, bye. Some people will say anything to make $1. And so I replied to her and I said, you are about as fake as those 5 pounds of makeup you put on every day. Now, if you're a woman and you wear makeup, and it is 5 pounds of makeup that you put on to make yourself look pretty, if you have brains, that comment is not addressed to you. But I do get these little comments from people that really just don't like us. Look at this one, very hateful against Charlie Kirk. He says he got what he wanted in the name of the Second Amendment, and then goes to say hallelujah as to blaspheme against God. And I replied to her, and we need to continue to support it, the Second Amendment. These people come in here so hateful. They are programmed to just go against everything that we say. President Trump says, don't shut down the government. And Democrats said, we're shutting down the government. Man, I was trying not to laugh. But, they did exactly what President Donald Trump wanted them to do. And with that being said, we have canceled about 7 programs from this socialist communist organization that pretends to be Democrats. And because they shut down the government, President Trump was able to do that. So the art of the deal is still in play, and the whole Democratic Party has fallen into that trap. Can you call it a setup? Sure, you can call it a setup. That's fine. That's fine. Let's see. Skew says, okay, being deported to Seacock? Sure. Yeah. Why not? I love Charlie Kirk and miss watching him debate. Shanita, we all do. There are some things that I feel could have been better to protect him, but who would have seen that coming, right? But he did love what he was doing. He was true to his belief in God, and I think he gave some really great advice. That there's no doubt on that. Let's see, Goopiner, I see you, man. Everyone say hi. Evil has left. Oh man, I'm afraid that we're going to continue to have evil until we meet our Lord Jesus Christ in heaven. Let's see. What else? What do we got? Let me see. Some questions. There we go. Here's a socialist. I love this. Yeah, they call Barry the reporter in chief. Says the man, my man. Excuse us. Thank you, dumb, poor people, for keeping the rich rich. I love it when people are envious of somebody else's success. But I will say this. I've said this many times, and I'll say it again, and I will say it again and again and again. Poor people cannot provide jobs for other poor people. Oh, yeah. No, they can do any job, but you won't get paid for it. Only rich people that have got the talent, that has good work ethics, that has put in the effort, has invested, and has become successful, can provide jobs and benefits for others. It was very interesting. Somebody that makes about $1.5 million, they take about $729,000 home, and that is over 52% of their check, I think, if I don't know, something like that. It's over 52% of their check being paid in taxes for the poor. Now, can you imagine if we all decided to join these dumbasses into hating rich people and wishing that there was no rich people in America? All of our wealth that we have right now, we wouldn't be able to support all this lazy, non-worker ethic having, as Senator Kennedy said, all these toast avocado eating motherfuckers. Life is hard. In the words of our wise Kennedy, life is hard, but it sure is harder when you're stupid. And these people have a very hard life. I know Heath agrees that a lot of people should not be smoking the devil's lettuce. Let's see. I have everything documented on what Daniel Garrett was saying, threatening people. David says the Democrats are in Washington, D.C. Where are the Republicans right now? We are defending your ass. This is what we're doing. That's why you got the freedom. Oh, wait. Are you saying that we should be out there against them? If that's the case, I apologize for the comment. I got carried away. There's a lot of haters in here, and my replies are very snappy. I apologize, David, if you were talking about us in a positive way. Let's see. Darn autocorrect. Deporter in chief. Oh, I see. That makes more sense, bro. I'm like, okay, I'll support you, but I don't know what that is. Brian says New York City. If you make 1.5 million, yeah, I said 52%, right? That was pretty close. VS says, Dear Dennis, yes, I do. I love Israel. I love the USA. But most importantly, I love all people, and I am grateful for those who believe in God, who truly believe in God, because they are peacemakers. Now, I know sometimes we gotta have peace through strength, as President Donald Trump says. You know, nobody fears God because he's a weak God. They fear God because he's a strong, potent God. There is not such thing as like, oh, I fear God because he loves me so much. No, there is a punishment if you don't behave. It's just like I tell my kids, hey, what happens when you do something good? Does that make daddy proud? Yes. Does it make me happy? Yes. Do I want to take you out for some ice cream when you guys do stuff and I got money? Yes. What happens when you're bad? What happens when you're disobedient? What happens when you don't listen to me or your mommy? You get a spanking, you get discipline, you get in trouble, you get things taken away from you, you lose some of your privileges. That's exactly what happens with this world. So, you want God to be happy with you, do the best that you can and behave. Stop acting like a libtard, hating people for no reason. Guys, you guys can be part of the good team. All you got to do is choose to repent from sin and then try to love your neighbor. Okay? That's all you got to do. And then once you do that, you will realize that this country is just like a big extension or a supersized house of your family. And you're not going to let anybody come into this house without permission. If somebody comes into your house without permission, they're breaking and entering and they can be shot. Now, we don't do that to illegal immigrants, but technically, can you imagine if that was a thing? You come to this border illegally, pop, you get shot. I bet you nobody will try to come to the border illegally. Nobody. Even right now, they know that they can come to the border illegally, and they know that there is, a lot of raids going on and people getting deported left and right. So that's what I think. No Kings Rally. If you guys are out there and you are supporting your Patriots, standing against it, by all means. I was really considering going down to Seattle, to be honest, but um, I don't know how much patience I will have, and I said that at the beginning of my show today. Let's see. We got here. Brian says yes. Jana. Uh, Jason, love thy neighbor, not deport your neighbor. No, love and deport, they go in hand. Yeah. You love your neighbor, you tell them the truth, you tell them to seek justice, and you tell them and you teach them to respect the law. Remember that law, it needs to be respected. Jesus did not came here to abolish the law, but to fulfill it. So every single one of us has to fulfill the law of the land. Don't forget that. Uh, does anybody have any questions? By the way, I thank you guys for joining my Saturday overtime live this morning. Any questions? I don't have Trinity here, otherwise I would have her put the phone number down. I know I don't have my phone number memorized for you guys to call in. Does anybody want to call in? I'll give you a chance. Before we lose the audience, I'm going to give you a chance. I know you. There's a lot of courageous warriors back here on the keyboard, but I want to hear somebody talk to me audio. Come on, you can do it. Nobody? Thank you so much for voting for my benefit, says Q. I don't know what that means. Which benefit? I don't know. Put alligators in the river. I think there might be some sharks in there. I don't know. I've heard some sharks being in the river. Any of you courageous libtards want to call in? Let me know. I can get the phone number for you. Just got to let me know. That's all you got to do. Fornicated. I don't know why I can't remember this damn number. Well, it's because it's not a number. This is my a burner phone number that I have. All right. Give me a second. We'll take a call. All right. Since I'm not showing you any more videos, let's go. I want you to challenge me with immigration. Let's see. Where's the phone number? You know, when I don't look for it, I can find it right away. Come on. Let's see if I have it here. Are you serious, bro? Wow. I'll just call my other number. All right, be ready. I'll get the number for you. Okay. That is where I was. Okay, here we go. Let's see if I can listen to you here. All right, go ahead and call. Go ahead and challenge me on this illegal immigration subject. All you courageous people out there. Gilberto Morales, what's the matter? You can only call names. Call the phone number. Let's go, fornicate. I missed what you said first, so let me see. We're building carbon capture machines that remove carbon dioxide. Bro, our country does a lot better than other countries. Gilberto, give me a call. There's the phone number right there. Oh, what happened? Everybody left? Oh, what happened? My lip hurts. There we go. We got one. Let's go. LA. Who's calling from LA? Hey, thanks for calling. Who's calling?
Hey, Dennis.
What's up, buddy?
I'm going to hit the like button, but you're still gay.
Very, every day. Every day, brother. You guys heard it here first. He said, I'm going to hit that like button, but you're still gay. All right, next. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, man. Let's go. Gilberto, if you really have something to say, you don't need a call. Okay. What a phone number at? Man, I just typed it in there, brother. Come on, fornicate. Oh, fornicated. You can do it. Man, what happened to the libtards? They left. What? I put a phone number. I'm not putting a phone number anymore. Gilberto, I don't answer because I don't know what the hell you ask. Let's go. Let's see. Thank you, man. I see your text, bro. Come on, guys. It's free. It's free. I'm not even asking you to give me a super chat to call in. Come on, it's free. No, Gilberto, you want to ask me a question? You call me. I want to hear your voice. Come on, you can do it. Thunder Loco. I'm going, yeah, bro. That was funny. That was funny. Bro wants you to call him so he can dox you. Block your number. I think it's star 67. Star 67. You can block your number. I don't give a shit about your phone numbers. I'm not that kind of person. I'm against doxing, bro. People threaten my life in here all the time, so I'm against that shit. This is the leader of Antifada. Come on, Gilberto. You can do it, my friend. Español también se vale. You can speak Spanish to me. Don't worry. Heath, thank you for your love, brother. If these guys don't call, I'm going to get off anyway. But I already said what I was going to say about immigration. But if they want to challenge me on immigration and how it's bad for a country, the line is open. Anybody can call in. Tell me why illegal immigration is great for this country. Yes, yes. Hey, thanks for calling. What is your comment?
Hey, this is fornicated. I got through.
Oh, hey, this is the first time you call in. Stop lying to me.
Yeah.
All right, what you
I
got?
can't believe this. I actually got a hold of somebody.
Yes, sir.
Listen.
Let's go. Wait, is it sir or ma'am?
Background. Quick background.
Go.
I'm a graduate of University of Illinois botanist back in 1970. I'm 75 years old.
Okay, okay.
We got to stop the direct carbon capture machines because the CO2 levels have now dropped down to where plants suffer and die.
Well, yeah, I do know that plants need some carbon, but here in the United States, we have the base numbers.
4%. Got that?
Yeah.
Now it's 0.035%.
So what do we need to do to fix it?
When it drops to 0.015%, we're all fucking dead motherfuckers.
And what do we need to do to fix it?
Yeah, it's real funny when you're starving to death. What's going to happen? We're going to turn cannibals when there's no food left.
Yeah, we've been to that stage already. There's still some cannibals out there.
The whole world.
Yeah, I don't think I think I'd rather starve to death. I would never become a cannibal. But what can we do to fix that?
Start shooting the transformers that supplies electricity to these monster machines that are killing us.
Isn't that going to be worse for the environment?
Dude, 0.035% carbon dioxide ain't a drop out of the ocean.
No, yeah, I don't know about how those stats work.
Look at pie chart of the Earth's atmosphere, and that little black line you'll see is all the carbon dioxide that there's left in the entire atmosphere.
All right, and what do you think about illegal immigration in this country?
I'm on the fence.
You're on the fence? Do you, okay, here's a simple question. Is it?
There's a lot of tunnels underneath the Rio Grande River.
But do you think it's a good thing for America to have illegal immigration, or should we have it legal?
Well, we got like 20 million illegal immigrants in this country today.
Yeah.
From 200 different countries.
Yep.
They're turning loose their prisons.
Yep.
And, you know the story.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in the same boat. Thanks for calling, Fornicated. We'll I'll try to see if I can
promise me you'll look into the carbon dioxide removal.
I will.
Because the elite are going to have talked us into killing ourselves.
Yeah, I will. I'll take a look at that and see what that's about. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Listen, one more thing.
Uh-huh.
There's deep underground military bases. There's 150 deep underground military bases with the 3-tunnel system connecting them all. There's a map of it. You can look and see. That's where the elite are going to go and steal ourselves in and watch us on closed circuit TV eat each other.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate your input. Thanks for calling in. God bless you, sir. You take care.
Please look that up.
I will.
Our lives depend on it.
I will take a look at it.
Look, they put antifreeze in the COVID vaccine. to kill us. You know, everything every policy they've legislated since 9/11 is designed to kill us.
Yeah.
They don't want us here anymore. They don't need us. They got AI robots.
I don't know about that on the vaccines. I don't like to speculate unless I get some proof from them. I will not understand that.
You just look it up.
Well, I got the shot, so I'm glad it didn't kill me.
In your spare time, look all this information up.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye. All right. Let me see. I saw Junior. No. Who was it? Yeah. Junior Vasquez says, pass the bill on immigration. That should solve the problem. Let me tell you why it's not going to solve the problem. Now, I've talked about this before. As a matter of fact, last night I was talking with one of my brothers, and we were talking about what would happen if I was in office in Washington State. And I said, well, the first thing is we're not going to have a sanctuary city here in Washington anymore. And while I do believe that immigration reform is very important, I think that not everybody is going to get the right to stay in this country. Yes, it has to be fought in Congress, but it has to be done for me. It has to be done with people that have been in this country for a long time, that has no felonies, no misdemeanors, has everything is impeccable and clean. They've been working, even though it's illegal, they will get fined, but they will have the option or they will have the option to be able to become a resident, not a citizen, a resident of this country. And if they continue to uphold a good record of being good residents, then they may be allowed after 5 years or so to apply for a citizenship. So that's what I think. But I don't think that just passing a bill to make everybody legal, if that's what you're saying, I think is incorrect, and we're not going to benefit from that. So it's going to be very hard to try to do that without deporting all this invasion that we just had in the past few years. So in order for that to work, my friend, we have to keep doing the raids. Everybody has to go back to their country if they're here illegally, especially during the last administration. DACA documents holders. What's the other one? There's another one, but there is some refugees that have got the status to stay in this country temporarily. But if they have shown that they have been, good people in this country, if they want to stay here, they should have that chance. But that's what I think. And yes, we should be very selective. I agree with that. Let me finish with this, and I will probably do another live later. But let me finish with this for the 10 people that we have on here. Immigration, legal immigration, it's put on this country and every country for a few reasons, but the most important one, it's kind of like a draft. We want to find the best fitted people to be in our country. You see, as American citizens, you should want to have migrants that want to come to this country but be respectful, respect the law. We don't need migrants that come like the ones over there protesting and supporting Hamas. We don't need those migrants. We don't need anybody that wants to go protest and become an activist to be in this country. There is a freedom of speech, but that belongs to the people, not to our enemies. And this is where I am so upset with the law, and it needs to be changed. If you're going to talk smack, you better be legal. Let me just say that right there, right now. You better be at least a resident or a citizen. If you want to use your freedom of speech, that you can say I'm a tyrant, that's fine. You can say I'm authoritarian, that's fine. But you know what? That brings peace to our country. We will not allow people to sit on the streets and say death to America. And you say, oh, it's a freedom of speech. No, it's not. You're inciting violence. You're inciting death to the United States of America, and we're not going to stand for that. Okay? So I understand that some people have issues with climate change and all that stuff. I believe climate change has been happening for many, many millions of years. Okay. And we have gone through several ice ages. We have gone through several changes to where before there was an ocean, now there's a desert. Where there was a desert, now there's an ocean. Climate change is going to happen whether we like it or not. We are not God. We are not going to be able to stop that. So let's just keep that clear. It doesn't matter what we do, we're not going to be able to stop it. So that's why we don't care about this new Green Deal, this Green New Deal, that it's been a farce. It's been fake. It's been a lie, and there's nothing that we can do about it. And instead, all they have done is just nothing. Just incite hate towards the United States, which is the country that, well, doesn't really have that problem. But nobody says anything about China and about the other countries that are really polluting our air, right? Marvin Bernal knows 2025. We get it done. Let's get it done. Don't talk truth to drones, bro. It's a waste of time. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Climate has been changing since the planet formed. Tell it like it is. Tell me something good. Tell me that you love me. Man, thanks for the text, man. I appreciate it. Somebody told me that my family must hate me because I am pro legal immigration. Well, I just had a nice dinner with one of my brothers, and he told me to keep doing what I'm doing because I am right. With that being said, hey, Brian, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Man, thank you for coming in. Cool Cat Renee, much love to you, brothers. I appreciate every single one of you in here. I think these guys actually, they won today. They actually took me off my little box with their negative comments. But if I come back live later today, I'm going to go hit those illegal immigration issues. I do support the No Kings protest. And we want none of these Democrats to be in office because they think they're kings. I'm glad we have no kings because that's why we have a great American president, President Donald Trump. You all be safe, be blessed. God bless you and God bless the USA. And I will see most of you later tonight. Till next time, you all be good.